Building the perfect loadout in Destiny 2 is an intense process. With a handful of weapon types, grenades, classes, and armor stats to choose from, you can spend hours figuring out the perfect combination, and even longer gathering all the pieces. Today, we're going to talk about the MIDA multi-tool and its companion weapon, the MIDA mini-tool, and how they perform on Destiny 2's battlefields. The MIDA multi-tool is not a work of fine art. It's an all-purpose tool, as its namesake suggests. While I haven't figured out how to use it to fry an egg or measure distances for navigation, on the battlefield it gets the job done, albeit with a little help from its smaller and more unhinged companion, the MIDA mini-tool. The multi-tool is a scout rifle that, upon initial inspection, will seem underwhelming. But you have to realize the MIDA multi-tool isn't great because it's the best at everything. It fits comfortably with the other lightweight scout rifles, with its biggest selling point being superior range. And you can damn sure find more interesting perks that will make other weapons seem to have more potential when used optimally. However, an overall balanced weapon with no real drawbacks is a perk in itself. All of the multi-tool's perks are designed to increase your chances to hit by improving the weapon's stability, range, movement speed, which helps with one-on-one firefights, and handling. It's even got a unique feature to help you find targets. The MIDA radar allows you to use your radar while aiming down sights. Although it takes skill to notice enemies downrange and sneaking up behind you with the radar, it's an interesting and somewhat exciting feature on an otherwise uninteresting gun. Save for the fact that this thing shoots well, it doesn't get my synapses firing in a special way, but that could be my fault. I haven't found the button to make it do that yet. Then again, despite this weapon being balanced and good at everything, it wasn't meant to do it all. It's got a partner in crime for a reason. I imagine the MIDA mini-tool submachine gun was made as an immediate reaction to the clinical effectiveness of the multi-tool. Firing an uncontrollable 900 rounds per minute with no perks for stability, just handling movement speed and reload speed, this gun is equal parts fun and destruction, and I love it. Another thing that separates this weapon from its bigger, more controlled brother is the concessions it makes for its speed. Its performance at range is middling but leans towards the lower end of the spectrum, and trying to keep this thing under control while firing full auto is a nightmare, but you're better off keeping your finger on the trigger even if your bullets are whizzing past your target. The mini-tool's alloy magazine perk allows for faster reloads when the magazine is empty, and when combined with other reload perks and abilities, the amount of damage you can output on a single or multiple targets is staggering. Just make sure you brought a healthy supply of bullets. When using either of these two weapons, the most important thing to remember is that there are no fancy tricks. You'll have to rely completely on the abilities of your Guardian and your ability to consistently track targets. The multi-tool is a scout rifle, so precision is key. With a few well-placed shots, you'll down members of the Hive or opposing Guardians in the Crucible in no time. However, because this is a scout rifle, missed shots are punishing, especially if you're within the effective range of an auto rifle or an SMG. When you're fighting at longer ranges though, you can punish endless waves of enemies because of your healthy 16-round magazine and absurdly fast reload speed. The mini-tool has a high rate of fire but deals low damage per shot, so you'll need to dump a lot of rounds into whatever target you find. Be ready to hold down the trigger, let the Traveler take the wheel, dump your entire magazine down range, and hope something sticks. And there we go. Despite these two weapons being a little bit on the boring side, I do find them enjoyable to use because they're part of a set. In the Crucible, with both equipped, you cover all your bases. If there's a target far away, then you use the multi-tool. If someone's getting up in your grill, you switch over to the mini and you light them up with a hail of bullets. But the fact that they are part of a set does make me feel a little bit bad about using one without the other, so I almost never do. And why is that? Well, there are other perks on submachine guns that I find more interesting than the perks on the MIDA Mini. As an example, the Death Adder has an increased hipfire accuracy and stability, and I do find myself hipfiring a lot when I use SMGs. The Phosphorus MG4 has an interesting perk that reduces the rate of fire, but increases the damage, which makes conservation of ammunition a little bit easier. It's little things like that that push the MIDA Mini out of the energy weapon slot unless you're using the MIDA Multi. The main reason being you don't get the MIDA synergy benefit unless you have the MIDA Multi equipped with the MIDA Mini. Now, I might be forgetting something, but in general, these weapons are good. They are very strong in the Crucible meta, but there are a lot of very powerful alternatives that might fit better with your playstyle. So you have to ask yourself the question, am I going to perform well by using a weapon that's very strong in the meta, or am I going to perform well by using something that fits with my personal playstyle? And finally, if you're playing Destiny 2 on PC and you'd like to join a clan, consider joining mine. It's not very big, that's what she said, and there is no clan chat, so it's kinda hard to coordinate anyway, but that might change in the future. I've got my fingers crossed. Who knows, maybe something will happen. I also have a Discord server that you can use at your leisure for any game of your choosing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, because if you do leave a comment, that makes you an amazing person. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.